What's one thing you want to see better in our relationship?
I would love to see more of a partnership.
So what does that look like?
That looks like you bringing the laundry baskets to the laundry room, and then I'll wash, and then you bring them down. Simple. You know?
When you tell me to bring them down, I bring them down.
Once in a while.
If we go 60-40 in that end, should I expect us to go 60-40 in the other end?
It's never going to be like a 50-50, but I would just like some help sometimes. That's all.
So when you say some help sometimes, that means that there's never no help.
More help sometimes. For example, maybe just help me carry the basket up to the laundry room sometimes. It's heavy. Simple. I'm not asking you to go grocery shopping. I'm not asking you to cook. I'm not asking you to do anything.
Okay, well, that's enough. Let's go. Yeah. So today we are just talking, man. That's it. We just sat down. We decided to just get right in this bad boy. We don't even have a plan for this episode, but last year was so crazy. This year we want to make it happen. So it's just about talking about our plans, going over everything that we got going on, and going from there. How you feeling though?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be back behind the mic because it's been a minute. We have not recorded since, I think, December.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute. So we're glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. We have a lot of exciting things that we plan to do this year. But most recently, we have an event coming up. D, you want to tell them about that?
Yeah, man. So we're doing a live podcast series, man. So this is the podcast with me and my wifey, Nikki. Then we got a live podcast series where we'll be featuring different people, man, different guests coming on the show, all that good stuff, live audience, live band, live entertainment, all that good stuff. We started an initiative called Black and Married, actually. So that's crazy. That's a whole nother community that we're doing. And man, it's just one of those years where we're just expecting to be great. We're expecting it to go great, man. There's a need right now for community within the Black and Married community. And it's not something that we have down here. And we're just trying to make it happen, man. We've been sitting down with different couples, getting some wisdom, all that stuff. And it's hard out here, man, because a lot of people are hitting us up saying, you know what, we really need this. Our marriage is suffering, all that jazz. And it's just like, we have nowhere to turn to. So we decided, you know what, let's do this. It's not going to be easy, but it's something that we feel that's on our hearts to do. So we're just sparking conversation right now and letting things happen.
Yeah, exactly. And as a result of us posting videos and content about this, we've had, like Dean said, a lot of couples sit down with us and talk to us. I've even had people come out and just ask us a lot of questions, like just wanting the know-how. And so it's great to be able to build a community within the community because there's obviously a need. And so if you guys didn't get your ticket and you are in the city of Toronto, make sure you hit up our page and get to that Eventbrite link and get you a ticket.
Yeah, man. To be honest, this is just one of those things where I used to talk about it all the time. I still talk about it all the time. What is it called? Execution, man. So turning the idea and executing it fast, right? Going from idea to execution super fast. This is an idea that we had. And sometimes, I won't even lie to you guys, I feel underqualified. We only been married like, 4 years, going on 5 September. So like not even 4.5 years yet. And it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, you have all these married couples that have been through, they're gone 10 plus years, 15 plus years, 20 plus years. We actually sat down with a couple that has been going 29 years, and they were just like, thank you guys so much for doing this. So that was like, wow, for me. Right? I was beautiful. Like, holy, you got a couple out here that's been through marriage, been through ups, downs, good, bad, ugly, happy, sad, all that stuff, telling us they're in our corner. So that meant a lot. So that just goes for anybody out there. You may feel underqualified, but I'm telling you, if God has given it to you, the vision to you, just execute it, man, because you never know who's out there waiting on your yes. That's something I've been preaching for a long time, and I was super duper like scared to get this thing done. And here we are, less than 2 weeks away. It's about to be crazy. And man, like, today we're out here celebrating Black love, Black unity, Black excellence, and Black power. So right now we're having our Black Unity shoot where our Black kings.
Hey Dean, look, I can't even believe I'm about to say this right now, but I just can't take it anymore. Darnell and I haven't been on good terms for a really long time now, and I honestly just can't take it. Our marriage is dying, and we're in need of some real support, like from Black and married couples, you know? I know we're not the only ones that would benefit from this. You gotta do something, because there is a real need. We need this.
Studies show that over the last few decades, marriage has been a declining institution within the Black community. In 2020, only 30% of all African Americans were married, compared to the 48% of all Americans.
As a result of the pandemic, many couples were faced with the strenuous challenge of having to spend countless hours in isolation with their partner. This for many was not only difficult, but caused tension which could have been avoided with the support of a healthy community.
We often devalue the importance of a healthy community and the accountability that comes with it, without realizing that it is one of the key secrets to the success of a healthy marriage. So I ask you, why do marriage alone when you could be a part of a community like this?
At Black and Married, we've created a space where couples can connect, communicate, and collaborate.
Couples could also find community, build lifelong friendships, and gain a source of support. A place where your voice and story will be heard. So again, I ask, why do marriage alone when you could be a part of a community like this? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Black and Married. Black and Married. What do you have planned for 2023 though? Like, what's something you want to do differently this year than what you did last year?
Okay, so something that I would like to do differently this year is plan and execute for sure. And so always coming up with these ideas, these great ideas. I pencil them out in my book, and that's where they stay. They live there and they collect dust. And so I want to be able to.
They do. They
get
do.
ripped. They get lost. They get damaged. But this year I want to be more intentional about just how I use my time and how I go about doing things. So like I said, if I have an idea, write it down and execute it. I don't want to sit on it anymore. It's not helpful to me. It's not helpful to anyone. And if God gives me a vision and or something to do, I need to act on it, because I've seen before things that I've wanted to do or other people wanted to do, have an idea and not execute it, and somebody else does it. And that's very hurtful, very painful. And so I don't want to be in that position anymore. And so there's this one thing I've been working on. I guess if I put it out there, it'll make it more real. I started working on a children's workbook.
In 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, in 2020.
2020.
It was 2020.
Oh, no.
It was 2020.
Not on blast.
But is it finished?
It's actually been finished since I started it.
So what happened with it?
What happened with it was I realized
What happened with it?
I realized that the lettering and the sizing of the words on the page were too small. So my target is for K-1, but the writing on the page is for more like a grade 4-5. And so I needed to resize everything so that it would be more legible. And that just kind of discouraged me. It bummed me out. It's not even a big deal. Like, I literally could have gone on Fiverr and let someone do it for me, but it just really bummed me out. And so I kind of just left it collecting dust. So hopefully now that I put it out in the air, I can get on that and release it before the year is done. I'm hoping.
That's dope. That's dope. Something that I want to get done this year is us thing. I just want us to be more consistent. I think we launched BKBQ in 2020, did one event. 2021 came, we did the annual event. 2022 came, slapped us off our feet, knocked us off our feet, did nothing. And this year, we're starting it off strong, but I feel like we've been around. People may know what we're doing, but we haven't scratched the surface of what we're capable of doing, especially together. And it's just like, I know what can be done if we actually focus and lock in on the vision, and which we have never done yet. It's funny because people will be listening to this like, what are you talking about, Dean? You don't lock in on vision. You're doing this, you're doing that.
Right.
But we really haven't. Like, we know what we're capable of doing. We know the time it takes us to do certain things. What may take people a year, sometimes may be able to take us like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So I don't look at it like that. I look at it as, what are we capable of doing? Just because we may do something great, it took us 3 weeks. 3 weeks out of a year is nothing.
Not enough,
you know what I'm saying? So like, I want to stretch this season and do stuff that I feel I might not be qualified for, and just get it done, man. Like, I know together we're a force to be reckoned with. And it's just like, it's about time we just step out and just get it done. Jump. That's it. Like,
For
just
sure.
jump.
For sure. But I got to give us grace because in 2020, in 2021, and 2022, we had no idea what else we wanted to do with the whole initiative. And so now that we've actually sat down and started the plan and we are executing, starting strong, I feel like we have a better push towards being more successful with all of that. So I think we can do it.
And that's crazy because you said that. In 2020, when we started this, BKBQ we're talking about, we had no idea what it would be and where it's at today. Now we're in schools, we're doing programs with the youth, man. Like it's a whole non-for-profit organization right now. And that just goes to show there's a lot of people out there that are questioning, how do I find my purpose? I'm just here to tell you guys, or whoever is listening, that it never just slaps you in the face and just like presents itself to you. What you're gonna have to do is go out on a whim and just do something, right? A lot of us, we say, I don't know what my purpose is, so I'm just going to wait and see what I like. To be honest, this happened, BKBQ started because of the whole George Floyd incident and situation. It just stirred something up in me and we executed it. But we didn't realize where it was going to go. We didn't see a podcast coming. We didn't see working with youth coming. We just wanted to do something that brought our people together, for us to just love on each other because of the situation. And it was happening so frequently where our people would just be taken out, right? Like shot by police, killed by police. And I was just like, we want to highlight black love, black unity, black power, and black excellence, and just love on each other. Now that's shifted into something where we're now in the community, right? Like actually diving deep. Like the next generation is so important. Building black legacy. Like, yo, what does that look like? Teaching self-development, right? And just self-love to these kids and knowing that they're not alone.
I am love. I am confident. And I was made with divine purpose. Everything I desire, I attract. I overcome my fears by following my biggest dream. I am more than enough. I have the power to be the difference and create the change I want to see. I am the head and not the tail. Above and not beneath. A lender and not a borrower. A winner, not a quitter. My failures will never define me, because I will rise above and be everything I was created to be. My black is proud. My black is strong. My black is beautiful. My black is excellent. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud. Put your fists in the air one time. Black king, black queen on 3. 1, 2, 3. Black king, black queen. Let's get it.
And on top of that, just building what God loves, a union, right? Like, and with that comes so much attacks. Like, I'll say this: the minute you decide to operate in purpose, you have no idea the attacks that are gonna come from left and the right, up and down. We began to like operate in purpose, and it's just like, yo, things are heavy. Like sometimes I just feel heavy, like there's a burden. It's like, you know, like the devil doesn't want you to operate in that purpose, especially if it's something that glorifies God's kingdom and advances his kingdom with the message that we're delivering, right? So you just got to make sure that when you start to operate in purpose, you got to have community around you, man. People that are there to kind of lift you up, that you're never doing this alone. I went a lot of times, or we used to say, you know what, it's all right, we'll get it done by yourself. We can't do it by ourselves, man. Like, so if you're out there, man, and yo, you listening to what we doing, you see what we're doing, you see the moves that we're trying to make, and it's in your heart to, you know, jump on board. Hey, man, like, yo, hit us up, man. It's not even a thing where we're just like, yo, we want to do it by ourselves. I think like, yo, we're better together, like, especially us blacks, man. So that's just one thing. Like,
yeah. Well said.
What's one thing you want to see better in our relationship? Now here we go. Like, and just one. You don't have to list the 50 that you might have. Like, there's one thing you want to see like be better in our relationship in 2023.
I would love to see more of a partnership. Although it's, you know, I've heard a lot of women say it. A lot of women say, you know what, in the first couple of years and having kids, it's not going to be 50-50. I get it. It's not a thing. But I would like it to be closer to a 40-50.
40-60?
40-60. Wow. Cut me some slack. Okay, I would prefer it to be more like that versus the whole 30-70, you know.
So what does that look like?
What does that look like? That looks like you bringing the laundry baskets to the laundry room, and then I'll wash, and then you bring them down. Simple. You know,
when you tell me to bring them down, I bring them down.
Once in a while. Sometimes I leave it there for days on end, and then I gotta lug it down by myself. But you know, if you see it, you can bring it down. You know, or if I fold them, you can pack them out. That would be a thing.
Okay.
You know, just little things like that. And obviously, I don't expect you to do them all the time or whatever, but just like a little more help in the little things. That's it. Just more of a partnership. And of course, I'm sure you expect me to be more of a partnership on certain things that you find interest in.
But see, my thing is, I just realize where we're at. Like, I realize what I can expect from you and what I can't, and I just know where we work. So like, there's things that I get it. You expect from me to do. I can do those things, but then it's like, I know I can't get that on my end. Like, I know I can't. Like, I know there's some things that you just won't be able to do on my end of things that I'm doing, and that's okay. But then it's like, all right, so if it's 50-50 on this end, it's never ever going to be 50-50 on this other end.
It'll
like,
also never ever be 50-50.
Yeah, so I'm saying,
end.
but if you want 60-40, it won't even be 60-40 on my end. So how so it's just like, all right, so like, where's the balance? Like, I get it, but there's there's little stuff like that I can do. Like, I get it. Like, I feel like I do that stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm with kids, our kids, more than a lot of dads are out there with their kids. Big facts. Like, I'm with them. So I get it. It's stuff that you need me to help out with. I like it. Just vocalize it though. That's it.
Sure.
That's it. But I feel like if we go 60-40 in that end, should I expect us to go 60-40 in the other end?
It's what you needed from me.
Okay, so
I don't, that's what I said. It's never going to be like a 50-50, but I would just like some help sometimes. That's all. Little things.
So when you say some help sometimes, that means that there's never no help. Like, there's no help. That's what that seems like.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So
more help.
Yeah, but yeah, you said, it seems like I would like some help sometimes. That's like
some more help sometimes.
Okay, so like,
That's the exact scenario. So for example, maybe just help me carry the basket up to the laundry room sometimes. It's heavy. Simple. I'm not asking you to go grocery shopping. I'm not asking you to cook. I'm not asking you to do any of that. Grocery basket. Laundry basket.
Okay, well, that's done.
What's something you want me to help you with? Editing?
Yeah, even if it's that, fine. That's something you can.
That's
that's something you actually can do.
Time.
That's something you actually can do. Then, well, on the business side, well, that's as far as it probably will go.
I used to edit YouTube videos all the time.
Yeah. So then, so edit the podcast videos, but then it's just like, all right, so I could show you what to do, how to sync the audio and all. The reason why I do it though, because it's just so fast for me. So it's like this. So there'll be days like all the content you guys see, all that stuff, I do it. So. But I'm fast with it, like, because I understand this stuff. This is what I do, like music, software, recording, all that stuff. Like, this is my expertise, right? So I do it. So it's just easier for me to do it because I know how I need it than to say, all right, here, Nikki, do this. If it's gonna be like, okay, well, she's busy, and then I'm gonna have to come in and do something at some point of that process, right? I'm going to have to come in and just be like, all right, no, let's fix this and fix that and do that. When we were doing vlogs and all that stuff, I was just like, hey, you can do the vlogs because you know how to do the vlogs. But when it comes to messing with the audio in a music workstation and then bringing it over to the video editing stuff, then it's just like, all right, that might be a little bit much. But I mean, I'm pretty sure if I show you, because she is good with that stuff. Once she learns editing and all that stuff, she's good. We just never had the time to sit down and actually do it. So I guess.
Side note, I do thumbnails. He doesn't do all the content.
Yeah, you do thumbnails. Yeah, do the YouTube thumbnail, but we gotta get someone to do those thumbnails.
I was doing these ones in the beginning too. We were still building. Don't knock it. It brought your page some luck. Don't do that.
We gotta get some. We gotta. If you do thumbnails out there, bro, like, yo, hit us up, man. Like, but we're probably gonna hit up Fiverr though, for real. But yeah, like, so that in regards to like editing and stuff like that, I guess that would be one thing that falls off. Like, it would be a burden off me. But yeah, but it's just about helping each other where we need the help, right? And that's it. So if it's bringing down laundry baskets or any of that stuff, like, if I see it, I'll bring it down. But more times I don't even see it. I'm just like on the go, on a meeting, on a this, just trying to figure out the next play. So I could be more present in regards to all of that stuff.
All right, so let's switch gears a little bit. So the other day I saw on the internet, people were talking about us married folks saying that sometimes they don't even see the men wearing their rings. They don't even know if they got one when they were married. And sometimes the ladies don't have their ring on either. And they were saying, if I got married, I would always wear my ring 24/7. I would never take it off. What do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
I don't care, to be honest. Like, that kind of stuff doesn't bother me at all. Like, I'll just be straightforward. I'm not even getting to a big explanation. I really don't care about wearing rings. Nikki doesn't even wear her ring on like that. She'll wear like the wedding band. But even if she wasn't supposed to wear the wedding band, guys, I'm not that kind of guy. I really just don't care. Like, I don't. First of all, my wedding ring can't even fit me because I gained so much pounds. Like, I gained so much weight. It can't go on this finger. Like, so that wedding ring, I haven't seen that wedding ring in like a year somewhere in one of my boxes. I wear like another ring. I was wearing it on this finger, but then I like dislocated this finger. So now it's so fat, that ring can't even fit. So I never, like, it's just a mess, man. So like, me personally, I don't really care about that stuff. Like, a man saw her and like, hey, are you single? Like, no, she's not. Next. Like, that's all it is. Like, people out here are brave anyways. You might even see you with a ring and still try to holler and just be like, what's up? So like, the ring, I get what it meant, what it means and all that stuff, but I just don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me all like that. Like,
do you think it's because like your dad didn't really wear a ring, or just like a personal thing? Like, you didn't see it, so you didn't feel the need?
Yeah, maybe. But no, I really don't think it has anything to do with that, to be honest. Because when I was married, when my ring fit, I was wearing my rings. I'll be wearing my rings for photo shoots, for anything, everything. Anytime I left the house, I was with that. But it's only because it doesn't fit. Like, I still wear the ring, but I wear it on this hand now because it fits on this finger. So, and I love rings, man. So like, it's part of my style anyway. So it's a win-win. But if you weren't supposed to wear it, it's not like one of those, yo, why you not wearing a ring? Yo, you don't love me? Oh my gosh, like, our marriage is over. Nah, it's just like, okay, let me see your hand right now. Oh, you're wearing it for the vlog, right?
100%.
You're wearing it for the podcast episode. You kill me. Like, but guys, she doesn't ever have it on unless we're probably like going to church or going somewhere.
I only wear
fancy.
this ring. Yeah, exactly. If I have to like look a certain way or if my nails are done. Other than that, you'll only catch me in the band. It's too much. It's such a beautiful ring, and I most times can't match the fly of it. So I try to just wear it on real days, like.
But we got to get the rings clean and all that stuff, yo. Like, but yeah, her ring, man, guys, I went out. Yo, she got a custom ring, man. There's a heart with a D for Dean in it on one side, and a heart with an N for Nikki on the other side. Like, it's lit. So, man, like for me, it's not a real thing. Like, I don't know where that came from though, but.
Well, I would love for you to wear your wedding ring.
I'm joking. If I was to wear my wedding ring, it could only fit on my pinky, but it's way too big for my pinky, so that bad boy will fall off.
No, I'm kidding. I'm also unbothered by the whole thing. I think it's more of a symbol for us, and if we see eye to eye, then who cares what anybody else thinks, really. I'm good. I'm on his Instagram.
Facts, yo. Like, and you could never question, like, how we feel about each other, or like what our love is, how real our love is. Because I mean, people do be tricking people on Instagram though. Like, that is an actual thing.
What do you mean tricking?
Like, people like have a life on Instagram, show the good and all that stuff, and as soon as they post a picture, it's wiring. They're just like at each other's necks and all that stuff. I actually had one of my guys, man, him and his girl, they were just like, before we got super close, they were like, nah, man, something about these guys, it can't be real like that. Like, they can't gel like that. It has to be a facade, yo. No way. They got to know us, just like, oh shoot, like, they're really like that. Like, it's a real thing. Like, but it is what it is. We're just like this. Like, no putting on show, no putting on face for nobody. You get the good, the bad, the ugly. Homegirl told me, yo, pick up the laundry, fam. Like, it's. And bring down the laundry, bro. Like, now in my head, I'm just like, who's she talking to about bring down the laundry? Like, what's he talking to?
You asked me something.
It's like, yo, fine, well, guess what? I gotta bring down the laundry then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the good, the bad, the ugly. But honestly, that's the reason why we started this podcast anyways, because a lot of people, or IG and YouTube, shows the good. Like you see the proposal over like 2 million views, 2.1 or 2.3 million views. You see the wedding videos, man. You see the wedding song, all this stuff, surprising my wife, this, that, right. But man, like you only see the good side. You only highlight the good side, right? And that's because that's what most people do. We came on here because we're just like, oh, at the end of the day, we got our struggles too, and we're gonna talk about our struggles, as uncomfortable as it may be. Because when Shorty said, "Yo, get the laundry," I was like, "Yo, fam, are you gonna tell people that man need to bring down laundry?" You're like,
it's such a simple task.
Are you gonna come tell the big listener them that yo, homeboy like Dean has to come bring down laundry? Like that's a big issue. I'm like, okay, I'll bring down the laundry. Like, say a word, I wasn't bringing down the laundry. I think I'm bringing down the laundry. Like, I swear I'm bringing down the laundry. But what happens is maybe she probably does the laundry and just brings it down. Or I can't lie. The other day, the laundry was upstairs for like a couple of days still. I saw it up there. I saw it. I see it in my head. It was behind the couch by the window for like maybe 5 days. I guess I was just busy.
Was heavy. The clothing was out the basket.
I was like, why didn't I break it down? I don't know. Like my shoulder was thing that week. I think my shoulder was kind of messed up that week. But yeah, honestly, we just want to highlight the good, the bad, the ugly, and work our way through it, man. And let you guys see that marriage ain't this big ball of love all the time. It ain't like your honeymoon season every single day. Like it's some stuff that you got to be willing to work through, man. Like I say, you wake up every single day and you got to make a choice that you got to choose to love this person every single day. And that's the beautiful part about the journey. And that's what makes it beautiful, man, because it's a choice, yo. So the day you decide, yo, you're out, everything messes up. But yeah, I think that's that, no? You don't got nothing else to talk about. We're good today. I'm good today. Guys, first day back. It's one of them ones. You already know what time it is. Like I always say, make sure you go out and choose purpose over fear today in whatever it is that you're doing, because there's an entire audience out there waiting on your yes. You don't know who's waiting on you to make a move so they could make their move, right? So sometimes you go through stuff and you might ask God, like, why am I going through this? And you'd be like, it's not for you. Down the road, somebody's going to come and they're going to ask you how you got through this. Right. And you're their answer, right? So, like, at the end of the day, it may suck. Like, it may feel hard at times, but just keep on pressing, keep on going. Don't worry. You got this. God got you. And, yo, we're depending on you and we're rooting for you. So, you already know what time it is. This is your boy, Dean.
Hey, your girl, Nikki.
And we out. Peace.